Hello students and welcome back to another Paper Shade Academy video. Today we're going to be talking about the influencer, more specifically about the TikTok influencer, and a little bit more specific is my experience working with them. As some of you may know, I've worked in a marketing agency and one of my jobs there was to reach out to these influencers and just, let them know about the campaigns we're working on and just basically hire influencers to do videos. So this particular influencer will remain nameless, of course, and because I do not want their rabbit fans attacking me, nor do I want to perpetuate the cycle of hate. I just want people to know what it's like to work with these sort of people before they idolize them. And so we had this client. He was like a game maker software something. He was like a programmer, but he made this game maker sort of engine that you could build games on top of, similar like Roblox. And so we go on this meeting, and the thing was that he just wanted us to have a clean campaign that was focused heavy on the the aspect that you can build multiplayer games onto this and you can get paid for games and all this good stuff. So he did not want any politics in the game, which I completely understand. The whole landscape of politics today is just horrible. Even if you're left, if you're right, it's just kind of it's full of hate. It's not good. It's not good at all. And so I completely understood his side of the whole situation, and we went out on TikTok to find some influencers. I was searching for, let's say, maybe half a day, and I came with a list about 10 influencers who might be perfect for this. And out of all of them, because this is quite a niche, like game developers on TikTok is you can search it up. It's very limited people who actually do this sort of stuff. And so we found one which we were very happy about. She looked pretty okay. She had like 100,000 followers. She also had like it wasn't the best engagement rate, but whatever. She was looking good. The account, the what we were looking for was basically that. The numbers could have been a lot better, but whatever. So I reach out to her and I send an email telling her, hey, listen, I work with this marketing agency. We're interested in hiring you for our campaign. Here are our demands. Just let us know what the price is and let's get going. And within a day, they responded, and it wasn't by her, it was by one of her managers. And it was kind of weird because usually when you have 100,000 followers, 50%, like actually 90% of the time, you don't need a manager. Like it's just a waste of money unless the manager like comes to you and you're not actively searching for someone to manage your TikTok. It's kind of stupid. It's a waste of money. So yeah, that happened, and I was talking to the manager. So I tell him, listen, we need 3 videos talking about this. Just make it organic, make it look natural, make it look like she's using this software every day in her spare time, whatever. And they're like, yeah, sure, but we like charge $3,000 for a video, and like $3,000 for one video. This was insane, and I'm like, listen, we have like $50,000 in our budget, and we would like to spend it on multiple like influencers. I was just being transparent. I don't mean to like if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna tell him it doesn't work. But I told him we have $50,000. You're asking pretty much for $9,000 for like for 3 videos, which is kind of ridiculous considering she has 100,000 followers, and like the engagement rate on her TikTok is not the best. So yeah, and they're like, Okay, but we listen, but we can do like 2,500 if we continue to work. So basically, it didn't do anything for me. We're still gonna pay the $9,000, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me talk to my manager. We talk about it, and we understand that the whole thing is a little bit tricky at this point. We can't find any influencers in the space that actually have the sort of reach. I mean, 100,000 was the best we got. Imagine that. Like, so long story short, one a day or two passes, and we're like, fine, you know what? We'll give her the money, but as like she has to like have consistent posting. We mentioned this. We have to have consistent posting, and we have to have this like clean thing. Like her videos so far were clean. There was no politics involved and nothing of the sorts. So we were pretty happy about that. We were very reluctant and hesitant to give her $9,000, but she checked all the boxes, and yeah, that worked for the time being. So a day passes, and I go on her TikTok, and I see there was no videos uploaded, and okay, I get this one red flag, which is okay. This is not good. I believe we talked about this. You guys are going to get $9,000. That's pretty much a lot of money. You can buy a car and a couple of months of groceries with that money. Like, even who knows how much that money can last to a normal family. And time passes, and I still go back to her TikTok eventually to like check for progress, and there's no videos. And out of the blue, she says that she has a new podcast coming up. And I'm like, yes, okay, great. She's gonna have a new podcast. This is gonna like have a lot of viewers. We can try to work something out with that. And then she sends a clip of her podcast with another guest. I'm not sure who she is, and she started talking about activism stuff. Like she started talking about stuff that the client said you shouldn't talk about. So at this point, she doesn't have followers, she doesn't have engagement rates, she doesn't have consistency, and on top of that, she blew it. She blew it with this thing that was like basically just like to get political points for some odd reason. I don't even know why she even did it. There was no reason to mention it. She blew $9,000, and we we were kind of like baffled because it was the only two things we mentioned for her not to do. She did those in a matter of days, and we kind of we were kind of put in an awkward position to actually fire her, but we didn't have a contract yet, which was thank God. Because of that, we didn't make her sign a contract or anything, because if we made her sign a contract, that was over. She would have gotten the $9,000. She wouldn't have gotten her way, and yeah, it's pretty much it. She just blew $9,000. But I went to my manager with this information. I told her, listen, she did this and this. What do you want to do? And she's like, well, you reached out to her. It's your call. If you wanna fire her, if you don't want to work with her, it's up to you. So I took that, and I just reached out to them, and I told them in the politest way possible that they blew it. I'm not gonna like try to find the email because it was a long time ago, but I just told them, you guys had it, and I'm afraid we can't work anymore. This is not gonna work. So I wish the best, but no, we're gonna go our separate way. And yeah, a couple of days later, she posts on her TikTok that she didn't understand how people could be so close minded and so hateful and so, I don't know. She was crying about it. I guess her manager told her, and that she eventually had this episode on her podcast that was talking about this, and she was talking about how people keep being so phobic, and like how they can just not care about activism. But at the end of the day, she was getting money for nothing. You can't cry about it. You're gonna get $9,000 to do practically like a minute and a half worth of content. Can you imagine how stupid that is? Can you imagine? Do you want to like take that money and go to a starving like to a starving family and just showed him, hey, I made this by making a video on TikTok. Do you know, how about you do that? How about you show that money to a starving family and see how they feel? See how they feel when you made money doing pretty much nothing and then you cried about losing that money when we told you to stop doing the two things that were pretty much non-negotiable since the very beginning. But the influencers are very, very stubborn, and this one was one example of of the of the blatant disregard of rules. And the second one is a little bit more short because I already see this video as like 11 minutes at this point, like almost 11 minutes. But yeah, so the second one was this guy. He had a lot of followers. He had close to 8 million or 9 million followers on TikTok, which was, Jesus Christ, I've never seen, like, I don't sit on TikTok, so I don't know like what's the average amount of followers, but this was a lot, even by like any standards. 8 million is a lot. So I reached out to him, and luckily enough, he didn't have a manager, which was kind of weird. The girl with the 100,000 followers had one, but he, with his millions and millions of followers, did not. So it was kind of weird, but whatever. And we got to talking, and I told him, hey, listen, I'm with a marketing agency. We're interested in working with you. How much for 3 videos? And the guy says $8,000 per video, and he just sent a smiley face back. And I'm like, sir, we have to make 3 videos, right? It's like a lot of money you're asking for. It's not something that it's within our budget. And, you could have imagined him saying something, well, I'm sorry, I wish we could have worked something out. Well, I hope you have the best of luck, blah, 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 blah. But no, he said, well, good luck finding someone else. And he just like stopped responding, which was just like, these people, like, anyone who listens to this and has worked a job that has involved talking to one of these morons will know how, like, if you worked in customer support, that's how that's the best example I can give. It's like working in customer support, which I did at some point in my life when I was starting out in the 9 to 5 grind set, And so yeah, so that was the story I wanted to share. I see a lot of people idolize these fools, and it just baffles me to some extent because they are human after all, and they are self-interested. They're not the Messiah. Their word is not bond. They don't have anything of substance to bring. Their main job is to entertain, and that's it. So entertain and don't make snotty comments, and just know your limits. Just know your limits. You're not God. You're not anyone else. You're yourself. You make videos on TikTok, so take everything they say with a grain of salt. Okay, well that's all I wanted to say for this one. I took a lot of your time. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I really enjoyed these podcast style episodes where I just like get on the mic and talk, and it's just basically nothing of this is scripted. It's coming all from the heart, and yeah, I really enjoy these videos. They're a lot easier to make considering that I'm kind of stuck between school and traveling, so I don't really have time to make the best videos that like have 1 hour worth of content in them. So this is the best I can do for now, and thank you all for understanding. If you liked this video, just please leave a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. As I mentioned, I do read all my comments, so I'll give you a cool response to that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.